Alright, now today what you're going to do is you're going to solve inequalities by multiplying or dividing. Okay, there's too much whispering going on. Okay? What I mean is, what you might have is 3x is greater than 12. Okay? Now, I'm going to kind of sidestep for a minute. When we had an equation, how did we go about solving this equation? Arwen? Divide by 3. Because here I was originally multiplying, so you do the inverse operation and we multiply, or divide. So we get x equals 4, correct? Now, same rules go for inequalities, but there's one trick. Okay? So I'm going to skip forward a page here. Okay? You didn't get it? Alright, quickly. The rule for inequalities. Okay? If you must divide or multiply a negative number to isolate the variable. What does isolate mean? Get it alone, okay? So if you must divide or multiply a negative number to isolate the variable, then you must put that all in caps, underline it, do something, okay? You must flip the inequality. Okay? And remember this, only on a negative number. Let's say we have negative 12x is greater than 36. Okay, I will do an example or two, okay? Now, here's the thing. If you notice that you have a negative 12 being multiplied by x, then we should remember that rule. So I don't care how you notate it on your paper. If you want to put a little star beside of it to go, hey, I've got to do something, okay? We're still going to do the inverse operation. So what's the opposite operation of multiply? Divide. And we're dividing by that negative 12. Now, this still cancels off and leaves you with x. This will give you negative 3. Okay? But this inequality must flip. So instead of it being greater than, it will now be less than. Because of that negative number, remember that sometimes that negative number does the opposite of something? Okay? Well, it's going to be the opposite of what the inequality originally was. Okay? So that's why we have to flip. So like I said, I don't care if you do something up here, okay? Just so you check yourself, did I flip that inequality? That'll be your biggest mistake. You'll give me the answer of x is greater than negative 3. Alright? So you have to flip that inequality for your statement to be correct. Now let's check it. Give me a number that is less than negative 3. Negative 4. Okay? So if we put negative 4 back into my original statement, which was negative 12x, it's greater, sorry, get ready to rewrite it, greater than 36. If we said negative 12 times negative 4, okay, what is that? What is negative 12 times negative 4? 48. Is 48 greater than 36? Okay, so that statement's true. So any number that was less than negative 3 is going to make that statement true. If we had originally wrote it incorrectly and put x was greater than negative 3, we might have said our choice was negative 2, correct? Okay, If I plugged in negative 2 up here, would that have become greater than positive 36? What is negative 12 times negative 2? Positive 24. Is 24 greater than 36? No. Okay? So you may even want to check one just to make sure you've got that inequality the right way. Alright? Let's look at another one. Let's say we have x over negative 2 is less than or equal to negative 1. Okay? What operation's going on right here? Divide. What's the opposite operation of divide? So I'm going to multiply. Now, I'm going to be multiplying by negative 2, so I might do something just for me to make sure I change this inequality. I can draw an arrow there. I can circle it if I want to. Just something to tell yourself you've got to flip it. These cancel off. Now we're left with x. What is negative 1 times negative 2? Positive 2. And I've got to flip this. So all possible solutions is x represents any number greater than or equal to 2. Yes. So, only when it's a negative. Okay? Let's look at a positive one. Okay? It's only that negative number that is causing that inequality to do the opposite. Okay? This one here, because that was negative 12. Okay? This is the one with your variable is the one that determines if you flip it, not the one that's by itself. Okay? So let's look at one of those, okay? Let's say I have something like x over 4 is greater than negative 2. Okay? Now on this one, I'm doing dividing by 4. What's the inverse operation of divide by 4? Multiply by 4. Is that a positive 4 or a negative 4? It's a positive 4, right? So that inequality stays the same. Okay? This negative does nothing for me. Okay? This one over here without the variable does nothing with me. So now I just have x is greater than negative 8. Okay? So, right. The number that's with my variable determines if that inequality changes or not. And it's only when it's negative does it change. Okay? And you're going to practice them on your boards too, okay? Let's say we have... Say we have that. Okay? So, we got negative 2 times x, so the opposite of multiplying would be dividing. I'm going to divide by a negative 2. So that tells me I'm going to flip this sign. So I get x, I'm going to flip it, so less than or equal to, and what's 12 divided by negative 2? Negative 6. Okay? And then you're going to graph it the same way. You're going to do everything else the same way. The only thing that's going to change is this right here. Okay? All right. Anybody have a question on that?